For some reason that was on mute. Here we are. Hey Scrump, how are you? I saw your 5-month resubs. Thank you so much for that. That's amazing. Yeah, just some classic mic problems. You know, first stream of the week. Always fun things to deal with. Okay guys, so cooking some brunch today, and then we're gonna have a little snack with some coffee cake. I think it's gonna be really delicious. But we'll start with our eggs and potato rosti, and then we'll make our coffee cake after that. And I have all of the recipes linked today in the recipe command, so I'll put that up for you guys now. They're all separated there. So follow the links if you so desire. Hi Scrump, how are you doing today? So I think first things first, we need to start with the rosti. But actually first, I need to show you something. Some breakthroughs this week in the garden world. We have some little squash babies. Look at the seeds. They're finally coming up. This just came up yesterday and it's already grown like an inch almost. Oh, it's almost too bright. Look at them though. We got some zucchini and squash. Yeah, green eggs. So the trick that we're gonna use is it's gonna have pesto and some spinach in it. We're gonna bake it. It's gonna be delicious, nice and springtime flavored. So we're still waiting on the celeriac. There's a couple really small little things coming up here, but I feel like those are just weeds. So we're gonna leave that, and then we're still waiting on all of the herbs that we planted as well. We shall see. But so far, so good. Okay, so baked green eggs. This is a recipe from BBC Good Food. It's actually a really easy recipe to make. It says prep 5 minutes, cook 10 minutes. Easy mode. That's awesome. You can even make this during the week for yourself. So instead of us using spinach today, we're gonna use some of the kale from the garden instead. And it says we just have to chop that up, and then we are gonna make the pesto for this from scratch. I don't know if we're gonna blend it. I'm probably just gonna chop everything together since it's such a small amount. And we just need a little bit of cream. We're gonna grate some cheese. It calls for Gruyere, but I think you can use any type of cheese you want here. I might even go a little bit further and go with some soft mozza that we have in the fridge. And it says all you do is mix together your greens, the pesto, the cream, and a little bit of salt and pepper. Put it into your dish, make little hollows for the eggs, and then bake that in the oven until the eggs are however you want them. I would go with a little bit runny yolk for sure. More medium or soft cooked on that. So that's a really simple one for us to do. Nike, welcome in, man. You're high and it's noon. Good afternoon. How is the new job? Or did you not start yet? Okay, so going with our baked green eggs, I thought we needed something kind of crispy to soak up that yolk. So crispy potato leek rosti. Not sure if you guys know what that is, but it's like a potato pancake. And that's what we're gonna put on the side of this. I thought we'd kind of just spoon our egg mixture over top of that and eat it all together. I thought that would be really, really good. And once again, rosti, not that hard to make. I know it sounds a little bit scary. So we're gonna need some butter, some leeks, potatoes, salt, and olive oil. That's it. Really simple ingredients today with brunch. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna melt the butter, cook the leeks a little bit until they're just softened. I like to cook them with wine as well. A little bit of butter and wine combination. And then we toss those with our shredded potatoes and some salt. And then we can start to fry our little potato pancakes. Should take around 10 minutes for those as well, about 5 minutes per side. You don't want to go too high heat on these. I have found just making them in the past, because then you'll get, yes, a nice crisp and browned exterior, but then the inside is not going to be cooked. So we do need a lower heat on our skillet when we're cooking the rosti, just to ensure that the potatoes are cooked all the way through the pancake. But obviously, the flatter you squish your pancakes, the faster it's going to cook. So it all depends on kind of what you guys are looking for. I like flatter potato pancakes that are really crispy everywhere. You get more surface area for the crisp. But I have seen potato pancakes that are like half an inch thick. But it'll obviously take double the amount of time to make those. So if you want to save time, always make your pancakes a lot flatter. Oh, you haven't started yet. Well, you must be excited. I'm excited for you. Millie Mac, hey! How are you doing? Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you too. And thank you so much. Yeah, work was really good this week, guys. I did end up working a half day on Thursday. We only had about 6 people in the reservation book, and actually most of the day at work I did a bunch of gardening. It was really, really fun. Did a bunch of chive transplanting. I found little parsley seedlings coming up in one of our garden boxes, so I put those into trays so then we can have parsley plants for the whole summer. And yesterday was a really fun day at work too. We made a dry cured Spanish chorizo. Not sure if you guys have had that before. My first time making that, so that was really awesome to see. We made, I think, about 20 kilos of it. Quite a few, like 19 logs worth of like this size. And so that is a fermented salami. So right now, the salami is hanging in a fridge that we cleared out, just like a home style fridge. So So we cleaned it out and they're just hanging in there over the weekend. Takes minimum 72 hours. No fridge on it though, in like a really nice warm environment so that the mold and bacteria can start to grow. And then when we go back to work on Wednesday is we'll transfer them over to the fridge called the séchoir, which has temperature controlled and humidity controlled so that it'll start to dry out. And that'll take about a month as well. So we did the Rosette de Lyon the previous week. So our fridge is full now. We can't make anything for a couple weeks at least until the first salami comes out. It's gonna be good though, I think. I'm really starting to learn a lot. So yeah, that's that. And then today is National Coffee Cake Day, which is why I thought we would make a coffee cake together later on. And I found this really awesome recipe. It's called a New York style crumb cake. It has this really awesome like sugary crumble on top. And I don't honestly know if I've ever made a coffee cake for myself before. It'll take us a little while though to make it, I think. We do need to use an electric mixer so we can get the Encarcer remote. And this is like a sour cream cake. So it's gonna be really moist and delicious. Okay, let's start with our rosti, I think. We'll just get all of our breakfast stuff together. I like to put it on a tray, and that way it's just a lot quicker when we go to prep everything up. Anyone else cooking breakfast with me right now? We'll get our lovely duck eggs out. I feel like this frame's a little bit off. What's going on here? Look at the size difference, this little guy. I think we'll use 3. I'll have 1. Samuel will have 2. We have our leek and some basil for our pesto. This would probably be good spicy too. So there's our little bit of kale that we'll chop up. And I think probably only need, what, 2 of these potatoes? 3? Let's go with 3. They're pretty big for our rosti. I have this little bit of pesto left over. I think it was a pistachio pesto. So we'll just mix that into the new one that we make, and that way we'll use everything up. And then with pesto, so we obviously need some cheese, like a hard cheese, something around an Asiago or a Parmesan. So we'll get that out. And then garlic. Probably 3-ish cloves. Rub the cream out as well. Olive oil. Lemon. we're good to go on this. Looking good. The runt of the bunch, Millie. Yeah, 10 eggs in a dozen now we see. No, we used 2 last week. Hey, Armored, what's going on? Am I planting an herb garden this season? It's funny because I was just showing my seed tray. That stuff just kind of started to pop up. So we do still have rosemary, thyme, and sage. Those are perennials. So those will just keep growing year after year. So those are really easy to maintain. They don't die in the winter. And then here's our little tray. So the squash seeds, we've planted like 2.5 weeks ago now. So it's taken quite a while for them to germinate, but they're just coming up. And then this side of the tray is all the herbs. So I did basil, cilantro, dill, and parsley. So I don't know how long it's gonna take to come up, but we're waiting on them. It's still pretty early too. So kind of babying them inside. Gotta be patient with that thing. I was like almost giving up. I thought I maybe messed something up, and then got this little guy the other day. A really nice little tomato. It's called a gold medal. So it's like yellow with this like red stripes on it. It's gonna be so good. And we're going out to the city today. I'm gonna try and find maybe some pepper starters. Hopefully the greenhouses are opening up. Izzy! So the green eggs is going to be from our pesto and our kale that we're gonna mix in. And they get baked with like some cream and cheese in the oven. It's gonna be good. Hi Steam, how are you doing? Good to see you. Okay, pesto. First things first. Let's get into it. So we need our pesto things. Basil, lemon, garlic, cheese, olive oil. And then the other ingredient that we are missing is just some nuts. But I know there's lots of nuts in this little bit that we're gonna use up. So I'm not gonna add any extra nuts, but a traditional pesto has pine nuts in it. You can switch up the nuts by all means. I usually like to put pistachios or pumpkin seeds are really good as well. I think I've heard of like a hazelnut pesto. That's getting a little expensive though. Hazelnut's not that cheap. And what we're gonna do, so we're gonna start by chopping up our basil, mincing our garlic, and just shaving some cheese, and then we'll mix everything together. We'll just make a loose kind of pesto, but it is a lot easier if you have like a little food processor or a small blender. I don't have any of those things. I just have a really big blender, and it does not mix good if there's not enough stuff in it. No basil growing right now. We don't have enough sunlight in the winter time here, so it's just kind of starting to get sunny enough for things to grow again. And basil actually does not grow that well, at least not where I had it growing last year. I don't know why. Basil is like a really finicky plant. Doesn't like too much sun, doesn't like too much shade either. So we'll see. I planted quite a few seeds with hopes that like if one of the plants dies, at least I'll have an extra. Maybe too wet, yeah, I'm not too sure. But I'm definitely not a master basil grower yet. But this is organic basil. I think that's the most important thing. As long as it's organic and you're getting it from the country you live in. And this stuff looks amazing. I hope that I can grow basil as nice as this. Let's just say that, guys. We'll set our goals high. It is expensive, yeah, that's true. Yes, Nike, pistachios and pesto is like one of my favorites by far. So first things first is we're gonna pick the leaves off of the stem. Kevin, how are you? Is everyone having a good weekend so far? Mine kind of just started. I was like really busy at work last night. Thought it would never end. By the end, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done cooking. It was really weird because we only sold 3 steaks at work last night. Usually, like, steaks are a pretty big seller. We have a flat iron steak on. We only sold 3, like, at 7:30. That's, like, over halfway through dinner service. We were taking bets on if we would sell a steak or not. So that means if we're not selling steaks, kind of the rest of the things on the menu is, like, all pan work. So it was a lot of pan work last night. Like, our little dishwasher couldn't even keep up. I was having to wash pans. Like, literally running out of pans as I was cooking. It's like, I can't cook this bill right now because I don't have any pans. Same thing with plates, though, too. Like, at one point last night, we almost had all of our plateware sitting under the heat lamp ready to go. So what I'm doing with our basil now is I'm just stacking the leaves on top of each other. I always like to go with the biggest one on the bottom. Then go in descending order. And you guys will see why. Some of you already know this little trick if you've watched a couple times. You got homework to do soon. Leaving it to the last day, hey? I can't blame you though. I would always do that too. I was a really bad procrastinator when I was in school. I think I'll make 3 stacks because this is actually quite a bit of basil. I think for the price that we paid for that little pack, got a pretty good amount. Feeling good about it. There we go. So we'll just put those 2 stacks aside. It's due Thursday and Tuesday. Well, then you're fine. You're good. You're good. You're not like me. Blade feels good. Really important when you're chopping herbs. You want a really sharp blade. Otherwise, you're just going to crush them and not actually chop them. And then they just get all mushy and wet. Not good. So next step here is we're gonna roll this up. We're gonna make a little basil cigar. Keep it nice and tight. Like so. Like a little basil joint. Now we're just gonna start making really fine cuts. You can leave a little bit of the stem in there, there's no problem. And so this first cut that we're making, this is called a chiffonade. But we are gonna chop this up really fine. So we're not gonna keep it in these little strips. But these fine little strips are usually used as a garnish. It's called a chiffonade. So if you ever read that in a recipe, this is what they mean. So you get these really fine little pieces of basil. Like perfect for putting onto a pizza or some pasta. I'll go in with our next stack. Move it on over. And our last one. Sammy just finished his game?
Yeah.
Now what? Anthem. Oh, thanks, Izzy. I would hope, after all these years of cooking, I'd have some good knife skills.
Yeah, it works.
Oh gosh. Ah! What is this? Face masks are a thing. Woo! Sunday fun day, guys. What is Sammy up to? Elvin! How are you? Okay, now we're getting into the real chopping. I don't know how long this thing lasts for.
I put it on for, I think it was 5 minutes.
Wow. Wow. Back to chopping. I don't know, what is this, like jewel eyes?
It's so good.
Oh, there, it's gone now. 2 minute. Okay, now we're going in with the really fine chop. We are the blender this morning. Believe in yourself. You can be anything that you want to be. No! No, Elvin! Still more layoffs or just from last week? That's like not a good stress. You have to be careful, okay? Don't overwork yourself. There's more? Holy shit. This is the time where you have the power though, because obviously they want you. Be asking for a raise. Just saying. What the hell is this? Am I like the ring?
Yeah.
What even is this? Maybe if I move my actual hair, it'll look better. Woo! This is like the creepiest stream right now on Twitch. Dirtbag, what's going on? And Monastache. Did I get jealous of Sammy's beautiful eyes? Yeah. Of course. He doesn't have to wear mascara. The struggle. Green cake. Yeah. We're making some green cake. Our cutting board will be forever stained. That's okay though, because Sammy already stained it with curry. It's forever curried. That's true, Monastache. Yeah, he doesn't need no filter. He's au naturel. Okay. The basil base has been done. Yeah, I think there's a black hair in my food. So good, Nike. So let's smash our garlic. Peel it up. Yeah. Where did Alice Cooper go? Was that what it said on it, Sammy?
No. Scary girl.
Scary girl. Scary girl, Dad. Alice Cooper, though. Same. Elvin, I know something that can alleviate your stress. Just take a little walk down to San Mateo. Have a pizza. Pizza and an espresso. Good to go. Use our lovely garlic press to mince our garlic into our pesto. Sammy!
Last one, I swear.
What even is this? He's having too much fun. Oh, hello there. How are you today? Today on Cook with Kate. Little robot hot face. Izzy, no. Why no? I like this one. It's cute. Yeah, craft with Kate. Get it right. That's a lot of garlic I'm putting into here. This is actually cool. I don't even have to worry about my face. I'm just gonna put a face mask on the whole time.
So much more beautiful now.
What? Sammy thinks I'm more beautiful with that?
No!
Oh, Matt. Wow. Wow. What have we started?
Oh,
Let's just roll our lemon. Just gonna carry on.
this is too good.
Yeah, why are my health hearts blinking? Because I'm hungry. We haven't eaten yet, Monastache. Classic Matt, hey? How's it going, man? I'm gonna start with half of this lemon juice into here. I think it's pretty juicy.
Good news, everyone. I'm not bleeding into my brain anymore.
Oh yeah, Sammy got a concussion this week. So there's that. A little goose egg on his head. He was off work for what, a day? Some guys. He's doing okay now. Just smashing his head. Just smashed his head at work. Typical thing. Actually, I'm not going to add the olive oil until we have every other ingredient in here. So now we're going to finally grate some of this Asiago. You can use Parmesan cheese as well, though. Just as good. Pardon? Yeah. Show us? Kate, he's coming over. Did he headbutt a bear? Yeah, it is. It's like yellow.
Oh, is it?
His little yellow head. What are you doing?
What?
It's right there. You guys can see the little yellow mark. Yeah. What happened? What happened, Sammy?
Me and a door frame got into a fight,
I'll go right there.
and the door frame won. You need Gruyere in that too?
In pesto?
Oh, I thought you were gonna put it inside the roasties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gruyere rosti, I'm in. A little bit of a bruise there. You just, what were you doing? Getting up and you whacked your head on the door frame?
I was going to get more paint, and I was painting in a closet, and I would turn my head to go back in the closet, and I didn't alleviate. There's the door frame there. And I just went, whack! And I knocked myself out.
Yeah, I set him straight, Nike.
It was a good time. Good times.
I don't know why he didn't tell this story. It's okay, Monastache. You know, Sammy's like not the best storyteller. You still love him though. He gets a little nervous. Yeah, that's how he remembers it at least. Okay, this cheese to pesto ratio, I don't know, guys. I think there's like more cheese
That's perfect.
than all of our pesto.
Perfect.
Let's do that.
The pesto, not pesto.
Pesto. Yeah, it's never enough, Matt. Call it chesto. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard. Chesto. Here, just drizzling in some olive oil. Whoa. Spruden. Just drink some booze. Guys, you're such good influences. Fresh cracked pepper.
We need to open a bottle of wine.
What? Why are you whining? Yeah, Matt did. A little bit of salt, guys. Not too much though, because the cheese is pretty salty. Now you can mix this up, see how it tastes. See how we did. This is the fun part about making pesto is just make your own style of sauce. As long as you have the basic ingredients, you can make it as cheesy, garlicky, basil-y as you want. And one note, if you don't put nuts in your pesto, it's called a pea stew. This looks good though. It's holding together. Definitely.
Really good.
Definitely cheesy. It smells good.
Do you need some herbs with your cheese?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you have enough cheese with your herbs there.
It's a little much. A pea stew. What nuts? So I had a little bit of extra pesto in the fridge from another time that I made it, and there was pistachios in there, Nike. So I'm not adding any extra nuts to this one today. I feel like that might be a little bit weird with the eggs. Yeah, these nuts. Of course.
That's my fiance. Right there.
That's a good pesto.
You can put the rest of the cheese if you want.
No, we're putting it in the rosti.
That's really good.
Okay, so pesto. Flavors. So we're kind of making a vinaigrette with the olive oil and the lemon juice together. Just want that hint of garlic on the palate. But basil should still be kind of the foremost flavor that you are tasting. And cheese is kind of just your seasoning and emulsifier, if you will. No, Matt. Yeah, it was Asiago. I don't know if I've ever made a pesto with Asiago, but I think I like it better than Parm. Just might like it better.
I don't find it as sharp.
Yeah.
You get the garlic.
Yeah, more of like the garlic and the basil comes through. Not as funky.
Stop saying all the things I was gonna say.
Funky, funky, funky. Okay, put our pesto aside. Let's work our way into the rosti. Actually, first, we'll chop up our kale for the eggs. Where is the meat? Matt, I don't think there's any meat today. Why don't eggs count as meat? There will be meat tomorrow though on stream. Chicken salad sandwich. Eggs are a garnish. So yeah, that looks like a lot of kale, right guys? But by the time we chop it up and then bake it, it's gonna wilt down by at least half.
Because you always have to add on the eggs to a burger, right?
It's true. Just add on the egg. So we're just gonna make like a bunch of this kale. You could also use spinach. Just chop it up. Little rough chop. Snooch to the nooch. You regret geography. I love that, Elvin. I know, I wish we could all hang out in person more. It'd be so much fun. This is from the garden, yeah. My mom picked the last of this curly kale before we pulled the plants out because they bolted over the winter, which means they were starting to go to seed. So this is the last of the curly kale, and then we just have the Tuscan kale growing now. We pulled out this kale to make room for more beets and carrots. Yes, Nikki, I am so excited for you, man. think we could actually start to kind of build our little green egg mixture in our pan. And we will start with the kale on the bottom. Make like a little bed. Yeah, sign the prenup. Don't steal my subs. Okay, so we do need a little bit of cream in this, which I think we'll just mix with our pesto. Sammy, do we want to use all of that pesto today?
All of it.
Okay, we're pestoing. Just thin it out a bit. Now we've made a pasta sauce. Creamy pesto, guys. This looks so good. Just kind of spoon that over top. Make an even layer. Oh. Got a hair. Save our souls. Get that out of there. He would have killed me. Death to Kate. This wood's healthy until we put this on top. Balance though, right guys? It's all about balance. I don't know if you can kind of spread it. Yeah, the black hair. We finally found it, man. Can I please speak to your manager? Not enough ranch. It kind of does look like ranch. And we'll just leave that for now until we go to bake this, and then we'll crack our eggs into there. But I don't want them to kind of spread out too much. So first step, done. Now, got some Yukon Gold potatoes. These are some of my favorite potatoes to use for rosti because you don't have to peel them. They have a really nice thin skin. And they're really flavorful. They're not super starchy either. That's also a good thing. Just drop it in the deep fryer, yeah. Just throw it. It says 1 1/4 pounds. Looks about right. Scrubbed and shredded, so that's why I kept our grater here. I'm just gonna clean this up. They're definitely not dirty, but there's just a couple boo-boos, let's say. You gotta cut off. Just use a paring knife. You can use a peeler as well if you want. Good. Barely even had to take anything off. Okay, I'm gonna use the coarse side of the grater for this. And I'm gonna put some parchment under this because it's gonna start to get wet. Potatoes are gonna release some juices. And we are not shredding these into water, guys. Very, very important is you want to keep all of that starch in your potato. You don't want to wash that away because that starch is what's gonna hold your rosti together or your potato pancake. Yeah. Don't grate your finger. Although I think I've done the same, Elvin. Yeah, this is a potato. No, Matt. Man, you just need like breakfast foods. Then you're always able to cook something quick. Go, go, go. Whoa, barbecue ramen. That sounds so good. You make a brisket ramen? Okay, careful, we're getting to the end, so I'm gonna flip it this way. Plus, all the nutrients are in the potato skin, or like a lot of them. So peeling that away is you're losing all the good stuff for you. Yeah, I would like to eat one of Graham's ramens one day. I'd be down with that. Okay, keep going. Yeah, I have a protective ring. Great gift, Sammy. Noodles and chicken nuggets and an egg, and you got ramen. There you go, Matt. Chicken nugget ramen. Just call it katsu. This is a chicken katsu. You got moving on. Spud number 2. I might call it quits at spud number 2. I feel like this is enough. Slice the chicken nugget. Oh my goodness.
Bacon inside the chicken nugget.
Are you wrapping the chicken nugget in bacon? What is this madness, Matt? Yeah, I think we're good with those 2 potatoes. I mean, there's only 2 of us, so I think we're gonna call it quits there. Number 3. I don't know if I'm gonna commit. This is quite a bit. I mean, I could have waited out.
I think that's good.
Yeah, Sammy says it's good. And you know what? All I did was like take this one little eye out of here, so didn't bung it up too much. So we're gonna put that into a bowl now. Start to make our little rosti mixture. Think we need our juicer anymore? What? Sammy with the 11 biddies, thank you. Spoiled. So like, look how much liquid is already coming out of these. And plus, we have to move fast now. Because as soon as you grate potatoes, is they want to turn brown. Yeah, we'll squeeze some of that juice out for sure. And I think while we're prepping the leek, we'll just cover this with a little bit of plastic wrap. That way we won't get as much air to it. It won't oxidize too quickly. Yes, Matt, you found some beef. The beef boy. Just like that. Make a little barrier. And you know what? We can throw this little bit of Asiago up on top of here as well. Got excited. Gosh. Okay, leek time. So we're gonna trim off the bottom end, and then you can kind of see where the leek starts to go darker. You don't want to go too far up here because the leaves start to get tough. So somewhere around here looks great. And then if we want to, we could keep this for like a broth or something like that. So I'll just put that aside for now. And next step here, we're gonna cut this in half lengthwise, and then lay it flat again, and I'll cut it one more time. And then we're going to cut this, usually like 1/3 inch thick pieces is what I like to make. And then we're gonna wash this. So we're just gonna put it in a bowl of water and kind of swish it around and then take it out. Because leeks grow in like sand and you get dirt piled up onto it, and there's always a bunch of dirt in there. And you don't want to eat that. Nothing worse than chewing down on a piece of sand. Oh, you're visiting your fam. Showed them how easy it was to make hummus. Heck yeah. You were snacking.
You know what I would really love?
What?
Coconut shrimp.
Sam just comes out with that. It's a good thing he already has a concussion, right, Alvin? Okay, so nice cold water on these leeks. We're just gonna swish them around in here, and then all of the sand and dirt is gonna fall to the bottom of the bowl. Then we can just gently scoop out the leeks because they'll always float on top. It's a really good trick. You have a 1 liter milk jug that you drink from? That's classy, Sam. Dirtbag! Thanks for the 10 biddies. I better be nursing Sammy. Yeah, I'm taking good care of him. Give him a nice little head massage. Okay, so now, actually, I'm gonna scoop these onto a towel so that we can dry them off, because then we have to fry them up in a pan a little bit. We gotta cook these leeks before we put them into the potatoes. Alvin, you made them falafels, hummus, and Israeli salad. Yum. Yeah, store-bought pitas though. How dare you? And you set them up with some fridge pickles? You should set yourself up with some fridge pickles. Yeah, head massages are the best, right? You use a little bit of essential oils too. I was like, I want this. These actually weren't that dirty. But there is a little bit of sand in here. So it's a good thing we did do this. Just right over there. So now, I'm just gonna bundle this up, kind of shake it around, dry them off. Yeah, chickpeas and falafels, so good. Yeah, just give myself a concussion and then I can get a head massage. Okay, that looks pretty good. They're not super wet. We just want to dry it off as much as we can so that when we do put it in hot oil, it's not going to splash too much everywhere. Because water and hot oil, not a happy mixture. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over to the stove top and turn on a pan to like medium-high heat. I'm just going to add a little bit of butter in there. And we'll cook these down with some lime. Is there an aspect of cooking I'd want to learn more about now? Like a style of cuisine or technique? Japanese food like really intrigues me, I have to say. Like getting to work with like the Japanese vegetables at the restaurant is like, I wish I knew like how they would prepare them. Just the simplicity of that cuisine. I don't know. It's really interesting to me. But I think I like almost all cuisines equally. Just want to master everything. And I know it's going to take forever. And then kind of the only way that you can do that is to eat the food. So that it also involves traveling. Kitazawa Seed Company. Awesome. Actually, I'm not going to use this knife. Nothing like frozen butter to start the day. They have a lot of Japanese vegetables and herb seeds. Ooh, I totally should. Or I could probably just contact the farm out here that's called Uminami. Uminami. And see if I could buy some seeds off of them. Just a casual butter shaving stream. No big deal, guys. A little bit more. It's like butter shouldn't crunch like that. What is going on? Okay, I think that's lots. Lots and lots and lots. But we'll leave this out just in case we need a little bit for our rosti. And we will, I think, need some for our coffee cake anyways. Start to soften that up. Your 3 ones you want to learn most of is French, Middle Eastern, Indian, and Japanese. Yeah. It's like I learned most of the French stuff in culinary school. So that's kind of covered for me. Definitely Indian food as well. I love, love, love it. Definitely somewhere I want to go travel as well. But I could also like choose to go work in that style of restaurant and learn it that way. So there are definitely options, but it's really fun being able to learn the different cuisines together with you guys as well on here and like kind of self-teaching, but I feel like we're always missing something when we do it that way. Like, we don't get all the history and stuff like that when we teach ourselves. Okay, let's go over to stove top. Butter's a bubbling. You want the butter pretty hot when you put the leeks in. They're not gonna cook for that long. Maybe 3 minutes in the pan. How's this? Way better. Okay. Nice little sizzle. Drop it in. Let's get a spoon. Give this a little stir to start. Get it like all nicely coated with the butter. And we'll season them at this point as well. A nice little pinch of salt as it cooks. And then we'll grab the wine. Divine. A coworker of yours has a mini farm with enormous plots of different veggies and herbs for a non-commercial operation. Yes, exactly, Elvin. You totally have to get into that. We don't necessarily want to brown these leeks either. That's why it's going to be a pretty quick cook. Like, kind of just cook them until they're starting to go translucent. And then we'll add just a touch of wine and let it cook out until the pan is basically dry. Yeah, having good fresh vegetables is so important, I've realized over the years. Okay, it's wine time, guys. Just some white wine. Using a Pinot Grigio. Moderate acidity and sweetness. Pretty balanced for cooking. So that's going to kind of steam the leeks as it evaporates, but also reduce at the same time. Balance out the richness of the butter. Johnny something, thank you for the follow. Matt goes from making ramen to steak, and now you ordered wings, pasta, and garlic knots. You're a sucker. You're a sucker. Yes, dirtbag, totally. Honestly, the raised garden beds are so easy to take care of. It's awesome. Oh my god! A buried cat? What? What is going on? You got too hangry. I feel you, man. I can't even blame you. I've done that before. Okay, I'm going to turn the oven on now for our eggs. I don't know what they say on the recipe. 200 Celsius. Yes, oven, yes, yes, yes. Why are you yelling at me? I'm going to say 400 Fahrenheit would be a good temperature. Maybe even like 410. Start preheating that. So all into our leeks. Let it go for a minute more, maybe. And then what we're gonna do is wipe this pan out. This is gonna be the pan that we fry the rosti in. But if we don't wipe it out after having the wine in there, is you're gonna get like this sticky kind of burnt mess if you go and try and fry potatoes over top of that.
Coconut shrimp pasta.
What? Yeah, Sammy's background laughs. Hilarious. Okay, so now uncover our bowl. Scoop the leeks into there. That smells so good. Get them all. I can't, guys. Trying. There we go. And so we didn't add any salt yet to our potatoes either, or pepper. Let's add both of these things now before we mix. Chicken Alfredo. Yum. Nice little pinch of salt. Potatoes can actually take quite a bit of salt. If you're adding cheese, obviously be careful. Depending on what type of cheese you're adding, is that has salt in it too. The Satan shrimp. Okay, this smells so good. Hot leeks and cheese. For the baked eggs, I think I might start them on the stove top, just to heat that kale up and stuff a little bit. And then we can finish them in the oven. We just have a better result though if that mixture is a little bit warm before you crack the eggs into it. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Not too much liquid under there. Did you just mask me again? No. Wheelchair, thank you for the follow. What kind of hash browns are these? These are potato rosti. So it's like a potato pancake. Yes, Dirtbag, almost a year. All of you guys. I know, time flies, right? Hash browns with green crap. So now, don't really have to go any further than this. So we press them into the pan as we cook. So we're not going to form them ahead of time, but we can see there's this little bit of liquid. So we're going to give a little squeeze when we take out our little ball that we're going to flatten. And that way we won't have too much liquid there. Because if you leave that in, your potato pancake will kind of fall apart. Is it gonna throw the texture off? No. Leeks and potato and cheese is like such a good combo, Matt. Okay, let's go back to the stovetop. I'm gonna start this pan with the kale in it. Kind of just wilt it down a little bit. Just go with a medium heat. We will wipe out our rosti pan and we can get that heating up as well. sticky. See all that stuff that we just took off? That's why we wiped it. Oh, what? Van Al Handyman with the 13 months. Amazing. Been here since day one. Thanks, Dad. Why you guys always think I'm gonna murder someone? You're nutso. Yeah, the gold knife. We love gold. Yeah, purple and green, right? I am unmurdery. Thanks, Monasash. Right? Okay. Back on the heat. I think medium again. I don't think we want to go higher than that. Maybe even just a touch under. As I was saying earlier, you don't want to go too high. Because yes, you will get browning on your potato pancakes, but you might not have your potatoes cooked all the way through in the middle. So go a little bit lower heat. So you don't have to have raw potato. Ouch. And we want quite a good amount of oil there in the bottom. It's almost like a shallow fry. So definitely enough to coat the bottom and a little bit extra. Oh, Nike, don't even worry about it. Yeah, when you live with a blacksmith, you're a little desensitized. Okay, I'm gonna crack our eggies in our pan.
You don't want me, man. Because you ate the kale? What?
Sam's upset.
Crazy.
Why is that crazy? Baked eggs. Sam's terrified, guys. Spread this guy over. Move it over. No? Okay. You just do your thing then. Hey, the kale's starting to bubble a little bit. We just season these eggs as well before we bake them. Okay, we're bubbling.
It's good seeing you.
Turn that low, low. Low, low, low. A little bit of pepper on the yolk. Holy, I can smell the pesto already. As that stuff's heating up. It smells good. Just a touch of salt. You went to do the hype. No. I'm terrified to make that Japanese cheesecake, guys. I don't even know if I'll attempt that on stream.
What? Why not?
Might have to for Sammy. Just gonna try and push this kale in. And then really quick, I'm just gonna go snip some chives from outside for garnish. But we'll let these eggs stay on low so that they don't have to bake for too long once we get our rosti cooking. BRB. I need scissors. We are back. Chives. Oh, you make it in a rice cooker? Okay, that sounds doable. I'd buy a rice cooker just for that. It's called Sam. That's the greatest. Is there any sheen to this oil yet? There was a little puff of smoke. Let's test it. Oh yeah, she's good. Okay. So eggs off now. Just take that off the burner. I'm gonna estimate that'll take around 7-ish minutes to cook in the oven. But let's get these rosti in the pan first. So I'm gonna try and show you here, just on the side. So you can make these as big or as small as you want. I think I want to put 2 on a plate. So I'll probably have 3. So just squeeze out some of the liquid there. Should hold together. Sometimes people put an egg in this too. Just drop that in the pan, kind of flatten it out. Press it down. I'm gonna go pretty thin with it. So far the temp of the oil looks pretty good. Doesn't look like it's cooking too quickly. That was our oven beeping saying it's ready. We cooking. Herbie eggs. Yeah, those are looking good. Just gotta cook them through. You bake with your metabolism. Spatula. Let's check our first one that we dropped. Check the bottom most importantly. Yeah, we're good. And it might kind of stick at first when you press it in, but it will loosen up when it starts to crisp. So just let that do its thing. I'm gonna quickly come here and just chop our chives while that's cooking. Get our garnish ready. Hey Crystal, how's it going? And carrot potato, welcome in. I have a beeping oven, yes. Yes, I do. I don't know if that's like a thing that you can shut off or not, but I quite enjoy it. That way I know what's going on. The fishula. It's actually not the fish spatula. But yes, the fishulas have many uses. I'm so excited for this rosti, Izzy. I totally forgot I was making them. And I like went to set up my stream this morning. I was like, oh yeah, I'm making rosti today. Yes. I've also made like sweet potato rosti before. That's really good too. Okay, let's check our first guy. Take those away from the stove top for now. We can actually go a little bit higher heat now. Patience is definitely key here. Yeah, the fishula. They are like large and in charge. You can get smaller ones though too. You have a hot air oven, so there's no beeping on it, only knobs and numbers. Interesting. Shh, monastache. Shh. Celebrating National Coffee Cake Day, but not National Beer Day. Sammy already gave me shit this morning. I'm sure there's a beer somewhere to be had. I was gonna get like a coffee stout or something like that. And I was like, I just want to have coffee with coffee cake. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. Hey Pete, welcome in. Thank you for the host as well. Okay, you can see some browning on the edges here. So now we learned our lesson on the first batch that we just need a little bit higher heat. Get a more even cook on it. I won't throw the eggs in until we have our first few done. Because they are going to cook quick and I don't like overcooked eggs. Time Hop reminded you. Epic. Yeah, if it's National Beer Day in Trinidad. I think they all are done like around American holidays. North America, America, same. But it's not. Oh, you were disappointed about the Mexican restaurant. Ah, there's time. It's only the beginning. Okay, I think we're going in for our first flip here. coloring. You can go a touch darker than that, I think. Still be okay. The first round of roasties is always the most stressful. But then once you get your heat in your pan right, it goes a lot quicker. Yeah, that one's really good. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just assume United States. Exactly. Kate with Food Truck World Tour. Yeah. Hey, J-Frick. Oh, you've been lurking. Well, thanks for saying hi. I'm really excited for this. I am like ready to eat soon. Okay, so for our roasty, what we want is, I think we're gonna keep them warm, kind of in the oven. And we also want some paper towel to soak up any of that grease when they come out of the pan. So because we're keeping them hot, I'm just gonna line a sheet pan with some paper towel. You can keep that in the oven kind of as the eggs bake. So usually when you flip the roasty, the second side doesn't take as long to cook. And through the cooking processes, you might notice that you have to add a little bit extra oil as well, as potatoes really like to suck it up. I'm a born mentor. Thanks, Elvin. I'm trying. I think one day, at some point when I'm older, I'll be like a culinary teacher. I think that'd be really fun.
Hey, someone sell a meat slicer for $250.
Meat slicer. We like those. How's our second side? Almost there. I'm gonna push this one in a touch. Yum. What's the best way to coarsely chop an Oreo? Put it in your mouth and chew. That's accurate, Johnny. By the way I said out. Oot. Oot in a boot.
Put it inside of a plastic bag.
Well, that wouldn't be good for cheesecake. Yeah, put it in a Ziploc bag and like smash it with a rolling pin or something like that. And that way you won't get like your Oreo bits kind of flying everywhere, the Oreo dust. Now, young, I know what you're making. It's a little bit easier to guide you along. Yeah, what's this all about? Okay, let's checkity check. Oh yeah, we're laughing. Ha ha ha. So see how soft and delicate this is still? I think it actually might be a good thing that we're gonna bake this a little bit. But look at how much oil we put in the pan. There's almost none left. After the first round. We are not cooking for health today. Nope, nope, nope. So obviously when you add more oil, you just gotta wait for it to heat up a touch before you put your potatoes in. So we'll just crank that up a little bit. But we're looking at this one looks the best, I think. That was the first one we put in. Could be better. Could also be worse, though. We do, yeah. A maple syrup emote. That might be the next one. Yeah, we are going out and about. I found like a stainless steel cart. Or like an island, kind of. That's on casters. That someone was selling. I got it for like 125 bucks. Needed something extra in our little kitchen space for like storage and just like another table. So we're gonna go pick that up today in town from somebody. It's half the regular price of it, so I was like, I'm in. And then we're gonna go maybe plant shopping. What else? We gotta pick up another hummingbird feeder. We got some things to do.
We're going plant shopping?
Well, we wanna just check Lowe's to see if the peppers are in yet.
Okay.
Did you hear, Sam? We're going plant shopping? Excuse me, I'm making you breakfast. And I'm driving, so I guess you don't really have a choice. Yes, an emote of Sammy chugging the syrup. Okay, this is looking hot. Let's start our process. Squeeze our potatoes. I might make these ones a little bit bigger than the last ones. Okay, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but the oil is just kind of slightly smoking. So just be careful when you drop your potatoes in, it might splash. Ouch. Now we're cooking. Hot oil to the face. One nice even layer. I'll try and move that one over a little bit so you can fit in this last one. The last one. Nice even layer. So look at how much liquid we squeezed out of that. Pretty crazy. Take those leaves out, they're just a little too dark. Okay, so these roasties are gonna go in. Same with the eggs. It's time. I think we're about 5-ish minutes away from eating. So let's
Thank
set
God,
that
I'm
timer.
getting hungry. Holy.
Holy! You know, there is like food to eat in the house.
I know.
Just starves himself. Well, they're like halfway through. Usually we eat at noon. Sammy just starves himself and then complains.
I didn't complain.
Holy, finally.
I was just getting up to get some meat, actually.
Nice, you got the Costco maple syrup. That's the real stuff. Yeah, dipping into that Swiss cheese for sure. Holy. You know it, Elvin. Okay, I think this guy's good to split. Yeah, that color is like perfect. Perfect. Not the serial killer. Ah! Peek. We're good on this guy too. This one's gonna be a bit messy. Ah. We're okay. That leak back on there. I think just a little bit of cheese in this mixture really does help it from falling apart too much. It's either like adding cheese, eggs, or just a little bit of flour even as a binding agent. This like whole side of the pancake is completely cheese. I'm okay with that. I am okay with this. Hey, Scat. How are you? Nikki, you've been digging into your herbs. Had some taquitos, Mexi rice, yum. Been herbage ever since. Love it. Let's have a peek. Peek to peek. We're almost there. So excited for this. Okay, I'm gonna take a peeky peek at our coffee cake. So we need 1 cup of butter for the topping. Three-quarter cup of butter for the cake. Just a little bit of butter in here. I'm gonna measure that out now. Like there's more butter in the topping for this than in the actual cake. Madness, I tell you. And we need the 1 cup of butter melted. And then the butter for the cake, we just need warmed. Not melted, but just room temp. So that's easy to mix. So we're gonna need a Chef Mike for that. Because this butter is really cold still. Chef Mike. Hey, how are these looking? Rosti madness. I think we can safely
What side do you
turn
need,
the
Mike?
burner on. Pardon?
What side do you need nuked?
The 1 cup we need melted. 3/4 of a cup we just need warmed. Butter prep. It's a thing. Hell yeah! Check out those eggs. I think just a touch more. They're just a little bit too jiggly. Turn it down a touch, I think. Actually, no. We'll keep it there. Maybe 2 more minutes? And then let's do this. Look at how much grease baked out of that in the time it was in the oven. I think I might sneak another piece of paper towel under there. Insanity. Whoa, is it sticking? The heck? Okay, we might have fudged up. It's stuck to the towel. No. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're gonna leave that stack. Get a new towel. Out with the old, in with the new. This would be great for a fire starter right now. Rosti or roasty grease fire starter. Coming to a store near you. Get all those crispy bits out of there. As long as they're not too dark. I think those ones might be a bit too dark. Okay. Put that back there to cool. Check that out. We'll just leave those there. They'll stay nice and warm. Eggs are done-thos. As long as the whites feel firm, which I think they are good. That's where we're at in life today. Just gonna go grab our trivet, a little cast iron, so I can put that pan on our cutting board. Okay. Time to switcheroo. Hell yeah. That one will definitely be for Sammy because he likes his runnier. Probably this one too. That one can be mine. Nom nom nom. It's all coming together. So let's plate up our rosti on the bottom. Oh shit! Okay, put it in the fridge. We'll be okay, guys. Chef Mike went a little crazy, Sam says. So, here's where we're starting. 2 roasties on the plate. Yeah. Get my little baby portion. Yeah, feed you. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick just photo of this. It looks so dang good. And I need need to just quickly message this lady back since she is out. Yum. I mean, baked green-ish eggs. It kind of went more brown though, didn't it? Kind of went more brown. I'm gonna take some of this. Put it on the pancake. By putting it on the pancake, I mean put it everywhere. Mmm. That's so good. What's up, Sammy? I heard that. Chinese food pizza? Go on the other side. Smoked sour cream would probably be good with this. You want some chivers? Okay, we need the pan going. I need to take a photo.
There's salt on the eggs.
There is. Yeah, Sam's giddy face. It's all the kid wants. He's happy again.
Wasn't real upset.
He's gonna make it. Okay, watch out for a sec, please. Watch out. Actually, I'm going over here. You're fine. Carefully.
Just try to eat here.
Just let the man eat. Being annoying?
I've got some bacon. Just gotta cook it real quick.
Bacon strips. There it is. Get ready for that yolk. Bacon bits would be so good. The goodness. You ready, guys? Mine's not as runny as Sammy's is. But she's still yolky. Hey, Jose. How's it going? That's a plate. Indeed. Need to try some of this rosti. First things first. Yeah, it's cooked through and such. Foodgasm, yes! I hope so. We will know in a second here how good we did. That's crispy. How's our pesto-y kale? Pesto-y. Do you like this?
No.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
Just want to know his thoughts. I think there's enough salt, Matt. But she's still yolky. Oh my god. Yeah, Sam's fam, the yolk monster. Jose, it's a meh day. It's just a sad day. Oh no. I hope you're okay, man. Let us know if you need anything. Food's really good. So the rosti, really nice and crispy. The potatoes are cooked through. Otherwise, it would be like this really chewy kind of starchy thing going on. I love the leeks in there as well. Which adds like this really faint onion flavor.
There's enough salt. Or we put more on.
Yeah, he would just put more, Matt. And I can't get mad at that. Everyone's palate's different. The pesto and the kale is actually really good. I wish it would have stayed a little bit more green. I don't know how they got that photo. But it's super tasty, and I think that's what matters the most. It's like you get the garlic, the basil, the cheese from it. Which is actually really good with eggs.
Did you use chicken eggs in the photo?
I think so.
Could have pre-blanched the kale and just put the pesto on top.
Ooh, probably. Here's the recipes, guys. Strike a pose. Yes, Nikki. Potatoes are the best. Best part. You can't really go wrong with fried potatoes, though. I actually don't cook for Sammy every day, though. Like, when I'm at work during the week, he has to fend for himself. Pretty much, he leaves before I get up. And then I'm gone, and he's kind of sleeping by the time I get home. Not too much going on during the week here.
Terrible, do it again.
Flaccid Spunky Oyster Fun Run. What the heck? This is seriously bomb. I put more tribes.
That was really good.
In what? The pesto? Interesting. I guess I didn't think about that though. Because it kind of reduced as it cooked, right? I think we need the lemon though to cut all the richness. She's rich.
I didn't say you didn't need the lemon. I said there's too much lemon for me.
This is gonna be a big bite. Okay, so we're gonna finish up brekkie and then we'll move into our cake. And then while the cake's baking, we'll make some coffees and chill out. Thank you. Yeah, you're laughing at the clip name. Skip over to the IHOP. What do you usually get there? Flaccid Spunky Oyster Fun Run. Thanks so much, Izzy. I hope my roasty lives up to your standards. That was a cheesy bite. 2, 2, 2. 2 pancakes, 2 eggs, 2 sausage. Done. Love it. Yeah, when in doubt, guys, just cover the kale in cheese. You're good to go. Sammy's doing stuff. What doing? Matt is full. Ate your wings, part of your pasta. Yeah, now you have food for later. That's the best part. We used to do that in Vancouver too, is like order a little bit extra takeout and then you're good for the next day off.
That's what we did on Sunday when we got Indian.
Yeah, last Sunday after stream, we're like trying to think about what we wanted for dinner. So you go into town, go to this Indian spot called Sizzling Tender that my parents said was really good. Ordered like so much food. Like, what do we get? 3 mains.
Yeah.
3 curry mains with rice.
3 appetizers.
3 naans. 3 appies.
Yeah.
Really ate half of it. Took the rest home.
Not even half.
And it fed you like the week
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Matt. Sometimes it's good to just not leave the house. You need to chill out. Especially if you have like a high stress job.
Yeah, like mine at Big Rock.
Yep.
Didn't want to leave the house ever. It's too scary.
It was too scary. Okay, 3 more bites. I'm separating them. We're good to go. Finally have food in me. I'm alive. Was it filling? I would say it's pretty filling, Matt.
Wait, upstairs you shaved 2?
2 potatoes.
We ate potatoes.
Yeah, we each had a potato. Duck eggs are 1.5 chicken eggs. So Sammy had 3 eggs. I had 1.5. And plus that big amount of kale, I think we're good.
That kale was really good in that though. Like, not.
Plus it's garden kale, so it's not going to be the same.
Not as a vegetable. Like, I mean. Wow.
I don't know if he's okay. I don't know, guys. Words? Words, dear?
It's like a salad vegetable.
Ah.
It's really good as a braised vegetable.
Mm-hmm.
Kale's not good as a salad as a vegetable. What are you talking about?
Oh, a week and a half left of the taco hell. Is that what you guys call it? That's when I worked at a grocery store here, my first ever job. It's called Save On Foods. We used to call it Slave On. Slave On. They're working us. I was like 14 though. Half my age that I am now. First ever job. Nuts. Okay, that was like super satisfying. And good morning, CBD. How are you doing today, man? D-Skeet. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in.
I think your plants have gotten bigger since you started streaming.
I think so. They're going up. Okay, let's wrap up our cheese. The eggs and hash browns was so good. Really needed that food in my life. Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow's food. But we are still baking today, though, on stream. We're gonna make a coffee cake. It's National Coffee Cake Day, so we might as well celebrate. Give us an excuse to make some baked goods. Of course, we can give him some hype. Get his first spring harvest. That's amazing. My coworker showed me our little plants that he has waiting for us today. They look so good. So good. So excited. And then the sad part is, like, he's been growing those plants for, this is the 2nd year now, but they're moving away from the house, and the house they're moving into does not allow, like, any cannabis on property. So he has to give up his plants. Sad, sad times. I said maybe somebody can take care of them for him. I know! I actually thought he would, like, maybe start crying when I asked him. I'm like, that's really sad, man. It sucks when you, like, just get really good at doing something on your own, and then you have to just completely give it up. That's never fun. Okay, restarting. Moving into baking. Okay, so New York style crumb cake. The recipe was originally developed in 2010, but then it was retested in 2015, and Bon Appetit realized it was not only great, but it also warranted inclusion in their best recipe series. So for our topping, we need brown sugar, white sugar, cinnamon, salt, our melted butter, and some flour. So we're gonna make kind of a crumble. Brown sugar, white sugar, cinnamon, flour, it says mix the sugar, cinnamon, and salt in a bowl, whisk to blend, add your butter and stir in. And then we add our flour and just kind of toss it around to make little clumps. It should look slightly wet, it says. Sounds easy enough. Don't think we need our knife for this anymore. So 1 packed cup of brown sugar. We have to grab some from the pantry. Oh man, she's getting hard. Take out our 3-year-old piece of stale bread that keeps our brown sugar moist. Life hack indeed. Man, I don't think I've ever made coffee cake for myself or anyone else. I'm so excited. This is supposed to be a really good recipe. There's like mass amounts of butter and sugar, so I don't see how it could be bad. The picture of the crumbs on top look unreal. Kind of drew me in. But then I also posted in Discord the Vietnamese iced coffee cake. Holy, that one looks good. Wow, we just had enough, I think. Not even mad. I'm impressed. It's like making sand castles, but with sugar. Put that back in. So half a cup of white sugar. Sugar. One and a half tablespoons of ground cinnamon. Quite a bit, I will say. I don't even know if I have that much. This is madness. I'm gonna use a different measuring spoon. What?
Hello.
Starbucks. Welcome in, Starbucks. Thanks for the 10 biddies. Whoop whoop. You found me. You found me today. The largest coffee chain in the world has found me on National Coffee Cake Day. Like 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon? That's insane. Is this cinnamon challenge or something? And the host. Thanks so much. That's so generous of you. Half a teaspoon of salt. Whoa. Holy.
You probably think you know about the Starbucks company, but here's a tall fact about us. Did you know the Trenta size is actually bigger than your stomach? Rudolph Hoa, it holds 916 milliliters of coffee, but the average stomach capacity is only 900 milliliters.
Oh my
See
God.
100.
Fun facts with Starbucks Cafe, guys. That was the greatest thing ever. Thanks so much for the 100 biddies. What is going on here today? 3,000 milliliters. Sam considers this a challenge. Okay, so we're whisking up our sugars. Sugar. And then we'll pour our butter in, and then our flour is last. The beginning of the New York crumb cake. This is just like cinnamon dust. There's literally a cloud of cinnamon as I'm mixing this. Kinda terrified. You've been following for a year? What is this madness? Who are you? So 1 cup of melted butter. That's looking all right. Yeah, we're good to go. I mean, add the flour into there and bake that. Laughing. So 2.5 cups of flour, all purpose. And we're gonna take our whisk out of here now. She gonna get bunged up if we leave that in. So 1 cup. Ah ha ha. 2 cups. And a half. Now it says to just use a fork to make little clumps. So we don't want a smooth mixture here, guys. It ain't called a crumb cake for no reason. Can you buy the recipe? Sure. I mean, it's not my recipe, it's from Bon Appetit. But it looks and sounds amazing. So I was like, I have to make this. I have to. I think it's actually a pretty expensive cake to make. There's lots of butter. Quite a bit of sugar. There's only 2 eggs though, but there is also sour cream. So lots of dairy in here. Sorry for all those dairy people. those allergies. I don't really know how to go about this, but we'll just start kind of folding things together. Oh, this is not the can of coffee cake. Can of Cinnarolls, though, Nike. That's gonna be for you. Sammy Boo. You good?
Yeah.
So we're coming together here now. Don't forget to add the greens. Okay, I think I might just go in with my hands. Let's get crumbed up. I know it says it should be a little bit wet, so maybe we shouldn't go really any farther than this. Because obviously when it bakes, it's going to dry out and get all crunchy and amazing looking. So we'll kind of crumb it up more when we top the cake. So I think we're going to call it quits there. It actually might be better if we put this in the fridge for now. Kind of let that butter harden up a little bit as we mix the cake batter. And that way we'll get really nice crumbs. P Money, welcome in. Do I mint? I have so much mint outside, Matt. So much mint. It's insane. Like, I'd have to probably drink at least 10 mojitos a day to keep up with it. We're gonna get the mixer out now. The big mahine. Yeah, sounds doable, right? Yeah, totally. Mint is like a crazy, crazy weed. It has no problem growing anywhere. Yeah, I did not buy this from seed. I brought 3 different mint plants last year. Little starters. I just put them in like a big pot. And then they kind of died over the winter, and then it comes right back up as soon as it starts to get sunny and warm. Okay. We might have to fandangle the camera angle. Fandangle the angle. You guys know. Sammy to the rescue. For that one. You need a smoke bowl, but you don't want to miss a thing. Well, go now. Go now while I'm setting up the mixer. Go, go, go. Yeah. Oh, looks good, Sammy Sam. I think I'll actually turn it just the other way. Even better. Yes. Yosh. Plug it in. Wait. Ah, okay, you're going up there. He's going up, up. Oh, almost forgot that part. I have not used this bowl in a long time. It's so cool, hey? So we did crack this bowl when we made cookies, as we just put too many chocolate chips in and it got too thick, and then the bowl cracked like up here. So it was only actually $30 to buy a new one. Not that bad. This is not a new toy, Matt. We've had this toy for 2 years? 1 year?
I think like 2 years.
Almost 2 years now? Okay, so starting our cake batter. What we need to do...
Are you gonna mill your own flour to make these cinnamon rolls?
I could do that, Sammy. It actually says to put this in a Pyrex dish. But I like to do it in like the loaf pans though. So I think we'll do 2 of the traditional kind of banana bread loaf pans instead. I like the rise and the nice little pieces that we get out of it. So we'll butter those up. We need the oven at 350 Fahrenheit. We're going to beat our butter until it's smooth. Add sugar and beat until it's nice and light and fluffy. This is really key component here of making a nice cake batter. Really need to cream your butter and sugar because the sugar kind of melts into the butter and emulsifies. Then we'll add our eggs one at a time. Blend that really well. Add the sour cream and vanilla. And then we'll add our flour. So there's not actually cinnamon in the cake, but it's only in the topping. I actually really like that. I find that sometimes there's just too much cinnamon in cakes. I like that it's just on top. The Catalina wine mixer, I love that. Catalina wine mixer. Okay, so butter. Everything's better with butter. Beat it up. Beat it up. This is the butter that Sammy over microwave, so we'll see.
It'll be fine.
I think it'll be okay. A little bit of the dairy came out of it, but I think we'll be able to beat it back together. Oh, I have faith. And this is 3/4 of a cup of butter. So pretty much a pound of butter in this recipe. Let's just say that. Not health. Go. Oh yeah, we'll be just fine, guys. I'm gonna turn down this light a bit. It's not really. It's just really glaring off of it. There we go. Turn it up. So that looks really nice and smooth already. Now we're gonna beat our sugar in, which is 1.5 cups of regular sugar. It was the butter that Sammy churned. What's the stream schedule this week? So tomorrow, Sammy, are you going to work?
Yeah.
So Sammy's going to work tomorrow. Usually he has Mondays off. So we're going to be doing a kind of early dinner stream, I think. Kind of plan to end around maybe 4:30 p.m. So I think I'll be starting maybe around noon because we have to make some bread on stream tomorrow for our chicken salad sandwich. So yeah, starting around noon. And then on Tuesday, kind of my regular start time, I think around 2 p.m. PST. Okay, 1.5 cups of sugar. I'm gonna beat that in really well. It's gonna get fluffy. You're gonna see the texture change. All right, Matt, sounds good, man. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good stream, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's a little bit better. Yes, perfect. Yeah, love you unequally. Expect nothing less. Okay, let's crank this up. I think we might have to scrape the sides. Scrape it up. Whip it. Getting there, guys. It's looking pretty fluffy. Nike liar. That's lies. I don't think I'm gonna mix it anymore. I think we're good there. Get 'em Meek? What's Gucci? All's Gucci here, man. What's good? What's good? What? Twitchery Kitchen? This is a thing? Cool. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for the raid and the host. Hope you had a good stream. We are just making some New York style crumb coffee cake. It's National Coffee Cake Day today. And we just finished whipping up the butter and the sugar. Now we are going to add in our eggs one at a time. So you need 2 eggs. Yeah, hype. Gotta get that raid hype. AKA, we're gonna choose the smallest duck eggs that we have. Nike. Okay. Bark at the new people. Let them know. Okay, I'm taking this crumb out, the topping stuff, because it's getting too hard. It's hard enough, we're good now. So we're gonna add the eggs one at a time. They made you so hungry. Awesome, Cat. What did they make? Are they a fairly new cooking streamer? I've never seen that name before. Okay, so beat our egg in. Pozole. Mmm, that sounds delicious. I love pozole. Look at it just chasing the yolk around. You guys see this? The yolk's like, nope, nope, nope. Not gonna mix in. This is madness. We'll turn it up and we'll try and crush it. Ha ha ha. Hey, Crunchy. It was a good stream. Awesome. Well, welcome in, guys. Okay, that looks good. We can add our other one now. I think I'll turn it off, though. Let's not make too much of a mess. I seen that shell. Ah! Or how about the one that I just dropped in there? Okay, we need to do some fishing. Fish it out. Success. Today was your first day seeing them, but I think they said it was their third stream. Whoa! They're pretty new then. Super new. I remember those days. We're gonna mix these eggs in really well with the butter and sugar. I think I'm gonna get a little scraper on the side. Thanks so much for the follow, Twitchery Kitchen. This is getting thick. Yeah, this mixer is pretty cool. Was a upgrade from our KitchenAid that kind of was not working right. So check it out if you want. I would totally recommend it. It's a little expensive. Worth it though. Okay, this is looking good. We want this nice and smooth. Great. Okay, next step. Add our sour cream and vanilla. So 1 1/3 cups of sour cream, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Just add a drop in. Definitely don't want to skimp on that. And I think I'm going to turn our oven on to preheat now because we're kind of halfway through our cake mixing. So 350 Fahrenheit is the temp that we want. Lucky Bee, thanks for the follow. It's such a cool mixer. CBD, you love it. I like how it also has like all of the attachments with it as well though. Like you can stick a blender onto this thing. Or some of you have seen us grind meat with it as well. Because like it turns on its side and you can add all these other attachments. Madness. This is quite a bit of sour cream going into this cake. 1 1/3 cups. That's what makes it really nice and moist. Like sour cream is such a good trick to use. That and buttermilk as well. So much hand washing. Get all of it out of there. Okay. There we go. So just until it's blended, it says for this. You don't want to overmix it. Nice and gentle. Looks good. Just gonna put this sour cream away so it stays nice and fresh. And now, all of our dry ingredients. Oh man, dirtbag, this is gonna be good, I think. So flour, 2 1/2 cups of flour. Same amount of flour in the cake as there is in the crumb mixture. Crazy. Best part about this, you got flour on the top, just scrape it off. Same with this part. I just really like it because I don't have to keep putting the bowl up and down to like scrape down or add ingredients. I find that this really just streamlines baking. Okay, rest of our dry stuff. So 1 teaspoon of baking soda and then 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. This is a 1/2 teaspoon measure. So 2 different leaveners here is what we're using. But it's not very much of each one, I have to say that. It's not a large amount. And then we need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. It's really important to make sure that you add your salt in baking, because it does counteract all that sugar and it will pull out flavors that you want. Everything just tastes better. So we'll be really gentle when we mix this together, just until it's mixed. And then we'll transfer our batter into our pans, Spread it evenly. And then we'll just sprinkle our crumb mixture on top, and then we can bake this. It actually says it bakes for about an hour. That's madness. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm dividing it into 2 separate pans, so it might take less time. It's kind of my thought on it, at least. So really low speed. Dust. One more. And done. That's it. Done and done. Put all my dishes away. Get this mixer going. Just like that. Going back down, guys. There we go. You're a batter junkie. And you always gotta taste the batter though before you bake it. Brightburn, no. Hey, T-Dot, what's up? How you doing? We're doing some baking right now. You can make it cinnamon swirl and swirl in cinnamon sugar mix. Whoa. Yeah, I've seen those ones as well, Nike. There are some crazy coffee cakes out there. Look at how thick this batter is, though. I think we did good. We did good, guys. Ah! This is madness. Madness, I tell ya. Lick the beaters off, right? Where's Doggo? There's too much sugar in here for her, though. Usually she's only the whipped cream batter cleaner. Or a beater cleaner. You guys, I don't know if any of you in here have dogs, but have you ever tried to give your dogs like the aerated whipped cream from the can? Pretty hilarious. Some dogs just go nuts for it, but Posh doesn't really know what to do with it. So it pretty much just like landed on her head and she was like, why did you do this to me? Okay, that is pretty clean. Have a little taste. Mmm. Man, sour cream cake. That's where it's at. Holy, that's good. I can see how this is gonna come together real nice. Mikey, how are you? Guess who got the day off work? You! That's awesome. Okay, set that aside for a sec. We're gonna use our OG banana bread pans. You've not had a day off since Christmas? That is crazy, dude. Some might say that you're working a little bit too much. Some might say that. Okay, so let's get our pan spray. Spray the sides and the bottom. You don't want this to stick at all. That would be really sad. But there is something to be said about like working hard while you're young and like still able to work that hard. Because then down the road when you're like in your 60s, you don't want to work anymore. So put in the work when you're young, right? Makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna divide this batter into 2. I think this is gonna take half the amount of time. If I'm guesstimating, take about half an hour. Because this is crazy. This looks like icing almost. I don't think I've ever made a cake batter that's this thick. And now I understand why it says to spread it out evenly. Holy smokes. You're going to the beach tomorrow with Doggy. Yes, yes. Send a pic on Instagram. I would love that. Doggo beach days are the best. What?
Keep being awesome. Bring on the noms.
Palsh? Thanks so much, man. How are you doing? Okay, I need to look at my actual Streamlabs, what you just did. What was that little photo thing that you put up there? IR sick. No! That's sad, man. I hope you feel better. Sammy said you got the chili flakes. You gifted a book. Amazing. Thanks so much for that. You totally did not have to. I see this game now that we're gonna play, though. Is like, we send you something, you send us something in return. I like that. It's like when you give your friend something in a Tupperware container, and then the rule is that they can't return it unless there's something in it. Same thing goes for you. It's a really fun game to play. I really like that. Yeah, it's like, here's some cookies. Don't even bring me this Tupperware back, though, unless there's something in it. Hilarious. Okay, this is like some crazy buttery cake. This is actually madness. Okay, I think that looks pretty even. And I think we can use this spatula just to kind of spread it out. It's not going to be very high of a rise. At least I can't really see that happening. You tried to get some Napa cabbage for kimchi, but it was all wilted and still full price. What is this? I'm gonna come over there and wreak some havoc in your grocery stores. Palsh, do we need to like open an amazing grocery store out there or what? Doesn't have to be big. As long as all the stuff you have is good though. And the prices are fair. Really don't want to try to work this batter too much though, okay guys? Be gentle with it still. It will flatten out though as it warms up and bakes. Gravity will do its thing, so don't get too crazy about having it super even. Okay, so now we're coming in with our crumb. Our cinnamon crumb. Just made that before we mixed up our batter. Really, really simple. Butter, brown sugar, white sugar, cinnamon, flour, salt. Easy mode. Going to New Mexico for summer. Cool. What are you gonna do there? Yeah, your last frost isn't until July 21st. That's crazy. Okay, so let's look at this crumb. I think I have to bust it up a little bit. Got a little bit hardened. And what am I gonna use? Probably this pie thing. You're seeing your friends there from Twitch? What? Man, that is so cool. It's such a cool experience to do that, I have to say. Whoa. Almost died. It's really, really cool meeting friends from Twitch in person. Gotta be one of my favorite things about streaming. Yes, come over to see us. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know where New Mexico is located in the States. But hopefully it's on the same side as us. Like meeting Ivan! Exactly. It was funny when he actually brought it up in person, Paul. She's like, yeah, you called me Ivan for like the first 6 months. I was like, yeah, but you never said anything. Too good. Too good. Oh, Ivan. Okay, we're scraping this all up. So far, so good, though. Gotten some nice big crumbs in here. That's what we're going for. This one will break up just a bit. But like this size of crumb, perfect. Oh, you're gonna stream it. Cool. And that's so true, Polish. Yeah, that's half of the fun, trying to pronounce people's usernames. Do your best and forget the rest. Yeah, we're gonna leave some of these big crumbs. These crumbs are large and in charge. And I'm feeling it. It looks so good. Might have to eat one. Like, you know you have a good crumb when you like crunch down on the little sugar granules. Whew. It's a bit sweet. Okay, so we're crumbing it up, I guess. That's gonna be thick. There might be more crumb than cake. But hey, can't really get upset at that. You should not see the cake under the crumb. Just a general rule. If you can see the cake, there's not enough crumb. It's actually not too cinnamony either. Like, I thought 1.5 tablespoons was gonna be too much. Totally not. It's totally okay. Okay, feeling good about this. Quick little hand wash into the oven. I'm going to do, I think 15-minute increments on this. Since we have 2 pans, we'll have to do a little bit of rotation halfway through so they bake evenly. And I just honestly don't think it's gonna take an hour for this to bake. So oven's at 350 Fahrenheit. Crumb cakes are going in. 15-minute timer. We're going. Has the snow gone here? Yeah, snow's gone. Snow has been gone for probably a month already, if not more. Trying to think back when we got all of that dump of snow. February? Yeah, it was February. Starting a new workout routine. Amazing. Yeah, good luck, man. I know the struggle of that. But it is good to switch it up though, because your muscles do have this like memory. So if you just keep doing the same workout over and over, you're not gonna actually do anything over probably 6 months. So it's good to change it like every 3-ish months. Shock your muscles into something new. It snowed there yesterday, Pauls. Wow. Pauls, I was just showing our little squash seedlings that were coming up. I don't know if some of you were in here at the beginning of the stream when I showed these little babies. But like, look at this one. It was like barely coming out of the soil earlier. It's like already almost fully out. So yeah, some winter squash and then this zucchini, which is a little bit damaged actually. I don't know if the little zucker guy is gonna make it. The leaves are a little bit brown, but I have faith. Right? It totally grew more. Like this one's almost completely out of the dirt. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna put these ingredients away and then we'll make some coffee to go with our coffee cake. How does that sound? Do a little quick cleanup. Fill our brown sugar back up. So see how this stuff is pretty crumbly and hard? I'm gonna say by tomorrow it's gonna be nice and soft with just sitting with that stale bread in there. I'm not even joking when I say that that piece of bread is like 3 years old. It was a piece of spelt sourdough that I made when we were still living in Vancouver. Had it since then. It's near and dear to my heart. But for some reason it's not gone moldy or anything. Pretty interesting little hack. Sink's full of dishes. I guess that means the stream was good, right? You have a sourdough cookbook to send? What? I would pay for the shipping. I mean, I just got the grain mill in for the mixer. I really do want to start making my own bread. It's just trying to find the time. Because the method that I use is a no-knead. It takes pretty much all day just to bake one loaf of bread. Definitely has your full attention. You already sent it. What? Thanks so much, Polish, you sneaker. Just wanted to see what I would say. Now I have to make sourdough. I have no choice. Pack up our last little roasty. Is Sammy okay? Sammy's napping on the couch. Sammy gave himself a concussion at work this week. He smashed his head on a door frame by accident. So he's been having some naps just because he has a headache. Check the email. Okay, sounds good. Oh, is it like a PDF? He's okay, yeah. His headache was pretty bad for the first couple days, but it's getting better. Our little baby roasty. Pesto, kale. I was gonna say spinach, but it's kale. Okay. Yar. The PDF. I like those. They're so handy. Really awesome for like the iPad or something. Okay, stove top is cleared off. I'm gonna get a pot of water on. We're gonna make some French press. Half me. Bodum. Mugs. Aw, carrot potato, thanks. Van Hoot. Van Hoot. We've been drinking the Kicking Horse stuff, Polsh. Pretty sure you guys would get that there. It's a Canadian thing. And so far, my favorite bean from them is called Hoodoo Joe. It's like a medium roast. Got some crazy, like, creamy berry kind of flavors going on. Hoodoo Joe. Super, super yum. Organic, fair trade. Can't go wrong with that. Used to be 4 kinds they'd have there, but now it's only 3 sisters. What? I think we have like 6 or 7 different kinds of Kicking Horse here. Oh yeah, there was a song I wanted to play for us today. Nice! Salt Spring Coffee, really, really good. I want to contact the local coffee shop here. It's called the Stick in the Mud. They roast their own beans and stuff as well, and the owners of the restaurant I work at are really good friends with them. I feel like it would be a really fun IRL stream to like go see a coffee shop and how they roast the beans and stuff. Really want to start getting more into that kind of like local support stuff. I think that'd be really fun. And plus I would learn stuff too. So would you guys. it. Yeah, we have 10 gigs still to use up in the next week or so for IRL streams, so we gotta plan some stuff. Bothwell. We get that at Costco and it's so good. They sent you free cheese vouchers. We might have to do that. Cheese for the stream. This stain here really bugging me. Basil stain. Sorry guys, like I gotta do this. We'll just spread it out for us. We'll make our little coffee station. Got our grinder. Go on this side with it. Cups. Ooh, horseradish cheddar. Horseradish avocado Reuben. That sounds insanely good. What? Avocado in a Reuben. Coffee time. So for French press, you need a coarser grind. Best thing about this little grinder is it has all the little symbols on it. So I go just a little bit, a couple of notches up from the French press. And then obviously if you're doing like espresso, it's a lot finer of a grind. Yeah, classic Nike, just hold the mayo. Cheese, sauerkraut, avocado, mayo. What? There's not even any meat in it. I like that. I could see that being really good. Okay, we need 4 spoonfuls of beans. I gotta peek at these cakes. Oh, those cakes are rising. There's some crazy stuff happening in that oven. We'll do 4.5. It's Sunday. You're a vinegar kind of guy. Yeah, I love acidity too. I like vinegary things. I could see that though, polishes like that would be pretty rich. The cheese and the avocado, but the sauerkraut would totally cut that. Okay, you might want to close your ears for a sec. Close the ears. It's gonna be a bit loud. For like 15-ish seconds. Give it a little love tap. Yeah, avocado, super buttery. We have 3 that are ripe in our fridge right now. Thinking some guac and chips tonight. Yeah, horseradish cheddar. But that would be really good with something beefy as well. It's such a good fat for you, too. I think it's really good for, like, satiating the palate. Like, it really does fill you up. Water's almost there. We're gonna prep up our mugs. Awesome handmade mugs from the wonderful girl who also makes all of our plateware for the restaurant. Check out our cake. rotation. We'll do another 15 minutes. I don't have work tomorrow, Mikey. We're streaming tomorrow and Tuesday as well. Yeah, actually, I forgot to show you guys the brand earlier, but this is her brand. So, Wicked Wanda. It's fucking awesome. And she does have an online site as well. But sometimes on Instagram, so how I got these is she was fooling around with this new glaze color. It's like a lilac color. And she did something with the clay where it got these little bubbles in it when she put it in the kiln. And she can't really sell that like on her shop or to the different places that she stocks. So sometimes she sells stuff for half price. So I got these both for half price. 20 bucks each, I can afford that. But buying a coffee mug for $40, yes, it is handmade. I can't afford that on my budget. But I really did luck out. So sometimes she posts that on her stories on Instagram. So if you follow her on there, you might get a better deal. And I think it's only like 10 bucks for shipping in Canada or something. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to sweeten up my coffee a bit with some sweetened condensed milk. It's like the Vietnamese thing. No work for you either, yes. Yeah, Sammy's going to work tomorrow. I'll be home. I got a phone. Our wedding planner lady, have a call with her. Kind of get some more stuff set up. And then streaming. If we find some plants today, we can definitely do some more gardening before cooking tomorrow. Maybe while our bread is proofing. Do some gardening. Yeah, donair sauce. That Halifax sauce. It's so good. Sweetened condensed milk, vinegar. What else goes in that? Some garlic powder. Okay. I think the water is a-boiling. Yeah, just a touch of garlic powder. Kind of freaked me out the first time I used it, but you totally need it. Plunge it. Just kind of press it down so the grounds are submerged. Go too far down, and then 6 minutes is the steeping time for this, for a French press. So basically half the amount of time that's on the oven. We shall wait. We'll be patient. Yeah, tomorrow we're cooking out of a cookbook. Just quickly grab it. Out of the Anthony Bourdain book. Over here. Which is this one. It's called Appetites. I was lucky enough to pick this up before he passed away. R.I.P. Love you, Tony. It's a really awesome book. Lots of like great home style food. So what Sammy picked out of this, usually when I plan my streams for the month, is I pick a cookbook to cook out of for each week. I really want to start doing that and like start going through all the cookbooks that I have. So he picked chicken salad. Yeah, R.I.P. Tony. You are a beautiful creation. So we're gonna make Tony's chicken salad tomorrow. I'm gonna take it a step further though for stream, and we're gonna make like a nice whole wheat kind of loaf of bread to put the chicken salad on. It's really, really simple though, I have to say. So that's why I thought we would take some time, make our own bread for it. Probably make a little salad of sorts on the side as well. And I think that'll be the second thing I've made out of that book. The first thing I made was a handmade pasta with ragu. And I think that was like the day after he passed away last year. Ralph Steadman art, okay. So that's who did the cover. You went to take the doggo for a wee, there was a hedgehog there. What? It's a hedgehog? Used to not be able to stand Bourdain, but he grew on you. You don't like Ramsey at all, Polish? I love Bourdain. Like, he really opened up my eyes to like food and traveling and cooking. Like, everything kind of comes together. And I think he was the one that really inspired me to go and travel on my own and like explore new places and not be as scared. They're totally different people, that's true. No! Someone's little hedgehog escaped. Totally, Posh. Totally. Like, that's sad to say, but it's mostly the reason that I travel is like to experience the different food. And I think that has a really big thing to do with the different cultures as well. Oh, straight up clone. Like, I cried in bed that morning when I read it. I was like, no way. No frickin' way. But you know what, though? Since his death, I have noticed that there's been a lot more, like, mental health awareness initiatives being put forward, and I really, really respect that, because I think in the hospitality industry there's a lot of people struggling with mental illness, and it's good to have that support, because a lot of times people won't tell you. You won't even know a thing till it's too late. Hey Kiko, how are you doing? Good to see you in here today. We need to come to your house in UK? Sure. Yeah, we do have plans to eventually make it out to London. There is a set of brothers or twins that stream. They're called the Twin Vaders. We really want to meet up with them. They were like the first ever kind of cooking stream that I found on Twitch. And they are awesome. I am well, Kiko. Just ate a little bit of breakfast, and now we're waiting for some coffee cake to bake. And we're just brewing up some French press. What? A double room and a hot tub, Mikey? I'm sold. I'm sold. Whereabouts are you in the UK again? Are you in London town? No, you're in Manchester, right? It would be so cool, yeah. I would go back to Manchester. I've been once. Love to experience it with Sammy and you as well, though. Really did enjoy that spot. Okay, I think I lied when I said that the cakes were not going to rise a lot, because they're almost at the top of the pans. Okay, sounds good, Mikey. I don't know if that'll happen in the next year because of wedding things. But for sure, let's say 2021, in a few years. Your old gym bud was from Birmingham. And that's the only thing I know about the UK. I actually had an aunt that lived in the UK for, I think, like, over 10 years. Because when she came back to Canada, she had a full-on accent. It's awesome. Just put the lorry in the garage. Oh! We've been told to press the French style. Push it good. He's just not the gym bud anymore because he's way too busy with work. Aww. And now we pour. Like, you guys can even see that the mugs are not even the same size. Like, this one's definitely taller, and I totally love that. Man, how do these people work 60 plus hours a week? That's insane. And like, you can see on the inside polish the ridges from her fingers forming the mug. Super cool. Time to get caffeinated. They'll be perfect. Wonder if we just like wave this under Sammy's nose while he's asleep, if it'll wake him up. Best part of waking up is coffee in your cup. Yes, Rolo, you're getting mugged. Can you come to the wedding? Heck yeah. Cost like $3 grand to stay at this place that we're going to, but if you can afford that, I don't think you'll be disappointed. $3 grand is nothing? Okay. He's living the life. That's for a week though, with like all inclusive. And it's an adult only resort. It's legit. So that's all I do with my coffee when I drink it. Is I don't like a ton of milk. I know Sammy likes milk, but I also don't like it too sweet. So like I don't think I've ever put a spoonful of sugar into my coffee before. Let's see if I wave this under Sammy's nose. He'll wake up. Yeah, you used all your sweetened condensed milk for the donair sauce. Don't make you use it with your coffee. Oh my god. Donair sauce in the coffee? Whispering sweet stories about coffee did not work. I'll wake him up though when the cakes come out of the oven.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Just popping in to say hi.
Norges! 8 months in a row. Thank you so much, man. Give me your little boat update before you go. That's almost a Twitch baby. A food baby. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wait, Polish, I need to do something for you. I need to do a little something. Yeah, I'll let you guys know when it's out. Mom says she smells cake. There we go. I was like, something's missing on your badges there, Polish. Little VIP. Oh, he might be awake, or it might just be heavy breathing. I totally forgot that she would be like, yuck. Oh man. Yeah, she's outside picking dog poo. She just said, I smell cake. That smells good. Okay, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek.
Oh, yeah.
What? Norges, thank you so much for gifting the tier 1 sub to Paul. Holy shit, dude. 99 gifted subs in the channel. You're insane. I don't even know what to do. Paul, those badges beside your name, looking good, man. 9 months in a row. Yeah, food, Twitch, baby. I think we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Check it out. There's just that little bit of wiggle you see in the center there, but we're almost there. Look at those crumbs starting to brown up. Okay, one more little rotation. Maybe about 6 minutes. And we should be there. Yeah, Polish is up to date. You're the best, Norges. I cannot thank you enough, honestly. You're the VIP. You are special. Sadly, I can't give VIPs to our mods, but they know I love them and appreciate them. Yeah, you gotta love that wiggle. Actually, while we're waiting, I'm gonna message Solid Up, my emote guy, and see how our meat emote is coming along. Our meat mote. Yeah, we're all diamonds up in here. Shine bright, you crazy diamonds. Fancy. Ooh. Today we are not burning our tongue.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, Norges. 100 gifted subs. 1. I can't do 2 O's. Maybe we can. How do you do the gang sign? 100. There it is, Nike. See? Yeah, you're insane, dude. That's also someone Sammy and I have to go see. We're going up to Norway one day. Going to see Norge's store. And another baby. Yes, you guys, 9 months. 9 months. Seriously, where does the time go? Okay, let's find our whole wheat loaf recipe. I think I'm gonna do King Arthur flour. Classic, 100% whole wheat bread recipe. 4.6 stars, 592 reviews. Sounds about right. That's what I'm looking at this moment. This is kind of my go-to site for bread recipes. Just want to see how long we have to proof this for tomorrow. It's usually about an hour or 2 at least. Definitely gonna make it in the mixer. So we let it rise in bulk for about 2 hours, and then we shape it. Let it rise for another hour, and then we can bake it for 35 minutes. It's definitely a process. Lamb. Classic Norges, munching on lamb. Thank you so much for everything today, man. Even just popping in for that. I hope you are well. I hope you guys get to go out fishing on the boat sometime soon. Get it all fixed up. Much love to you. Yeah, Norges is a lamb man. He's always lambing. Timer. 1 minute, 35 seconds. We can wake Sammy up now. Smells so good. Coffee and cake. You don't have work until the 8th of May, so still got some time off. Well, enjoy it while you can, then. I will say that. The sun's a-shining. We're letting some fresh airs in. And let this coffee cake smell out into the world. That's honestly the best way to market a restaurant. Just put a fan right by the kitchen, just blow in the smells out. The people will come. I'm telling ya. It's a little bit chilly though still. Not as warm as the last couple of weeks. Cloned. You had an idea. What is it? I like ideas. Wiggle test. I'm just gonna get a cooling rack out first. Set us up. I actually like to test with a thermometer. Still feels a touch soft though, guys. A little bit longer and then we'll let it cool for a bit. The first test is like pressing down with your finger on the top. If it sponges back up, you're good to go. This one is still a little bit soft. 4 minutes. Feeling good about it. Run a pipe from the kitchen to the front door. Put a sign on it telling people to smell what's cooking. I love that. Smell the pipe. Guess the smell, and you might get a taste. Crazy Eyes on Cook with Kate. She's got those crazy eyes. Sammy's crazy. Or sparkle eyes, sorry. It does match the apron pretty good though. I will say that. We're so close. I can almost taste it. This is for you, I think. No, this one's for you.
There's both of us.
What? Ah. Should have came in earlier. Yeah, the apron brings out the anime-like features. Love it.
It smells really good.
Polish gave us a donation today while you were sleeping,
Oh,
and he sent us a sourdough cookbook.
thank you.
So I said this is like the Tupperware thing where people bring cookies in Tupperware and then you can never bring it back empty.
Yeah, you can't.
So
do
now we just have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
It's the best. Norges is good.
Orange is good.
Norges is good.
No
Everyone's
work till
good,
May.
good.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited for you, Polish. It's like those chili flakes make the best kimchi by far. Can you get radish there? Can you get like daikon or something? Because that also makes a really good kimchi. It's something about the flavor and just the color that it makes the kimchi is it's so perfect. You won't get this from using like regular chili flakes. Not even close. Here, I'll show you the comparison. Old batch with regular chili flakes that you can see in here. Proper batch. Same radish.
It makes a big difference.
How
42
sweet does this smell?
seconds.
I was wafting the coffee in front of your nose and whispering to you to try and wake you up. It didn't work. I had to actually check if you were still breathing. So you were so still, but then your stomach was moving, so it was okay. You can only get red radishes there.
Yet.
You use red radish in the kimchi. Interesting. I like that. Let us know how that tastes. I bet it looks really cool.
After we both know it was like 4 seconds left. Holy fuck, what the hell is that?
I don't know. Yep. They're Gucci.
How long do we have to wait?
Just need to let it cool off until I can cut into it a little bit. Like, look at
I
this
thought you
one.
said cake was ready
Look
though.
at this one.
That looks amazing.
Cake's out of the oven. Now we just have to
Buns
wait.
are out of the oven, and it's twins.
Yeah, we just had 2 Twitch babies, both Nike and Polish, 9 months. Twitch food babies.
This is Nike and Polish's baby. In the living
Yeah.
form.
Nike, Polish.
I'm gonna eat your kids.
Leave it to Sammy. Holy
Baby,
shit,
it's
guys.
the other white meat. Get in my belly.
Yeah, you can deliver that. Man, I don't even know. Is it gonna come out of the pan? Yeah, it will.
Why would you even doubt yourself?
Because I'm scarred. Scarred from this. This morning, I was like, Dad was making breakfast for my parents upstairs. I go up and grab these pans. Because they bought me these silicone ones for my birthday. And it ended up sticking. So I was like, I need the pan. Get out of the crumb. And he's like, but don't you have the silicone ones? I was like, nah, it doesn't make as good of like a crumb. A crust. You need that crunch on the loaves. He's like, oh, okay.
What's wrong with the pans?
Yeah. I'm like, those are good for other stuff, like Jello. Jello and such. The crunch. The crunchy crumb. How is your crumb? Insane.
Hot hot as fuck.
Like there's a pound of butter
I
in
know.
the recipe.
I melted it, remember?
Yeah. And how many cups of sugar? We need to add this back up. Let's add up how many cups of sugar are in these cakes. 1.5? 3 cups. 3 cups of sugar, 1 pound of butter. That's not good.
That's a pretty good ratio.
I don't know what is. Oh, Mikey has invited us over to Manchester, he said.
Okay.
Said there's a double room and a hot tub.
Okay.
Free board.
Okay.
It said, Kate, maybe in 2021. Yeah, clone. I usually put fish sauce. And actually, my little secret is I always put a little bit of IPA, some beer in it. I don't know why, but it's so good. It's like, what's usually the base? Is you salt and sugar your radish. Let that get all liquidy. And then I'd usually mix in like a little bit of garlic, some ginger, the chili flakes, some fish sauce. I think that's kind of it. Yeah, you need it to get funky. And then I let it sit outside for like minimum 1 week. You can go up to 2 though, depending on how funky you want it. And when you start to kind of see the bubbles around, that's like the best time to put it in the fridge. And when you have those little bubbles and you refrigerate it, is when you eat the kimchi, you'll actually get like a little effervescent type thing going on your palate. It's pretty cool. That's the best type of ferment that you can make. Under the right circumstances though, of course. Okay, I'm gonna try and set up a photo while we're waiting for this. What did you put in yours, clone? Nice coffee will look good here too. Two cakes. 2 people. 1 cake each. Napa cabbage, onion, garlic, ginger, radish, scallions, porridge. Simmered flour and sugar and water. Gochujang soy sauce. Whoa! That's nutso. Oh yeah, I do put a little bit of scallion. The porridge, is that something that you read about? Okay, I think we're almost good. Try and unmold one of these. Okay, by Mingxi. Nice. She said she always does it. That must be a trick. See? These are things that I still need to learn as well. You think we'll get this out of the pan, guys? How much crumb's gonna come off if we do this? Nope. Sammy will. I think the bottom is stuck.
I think I had it.
can't shake it. That one probably will. Yeah. That's why we made 2. Half of it's kind of stuck. There we go. Holy shit.
There it is.
That's the baby. Now it'll cool off a touch faster. Oh man. Yeah, god dang. Gosh dang. Hey. What the hell are you doing?
I was trying to lift it up.
Just lifting it up because just poking it.
I'm not poking it. Hey, I was squeezing it gently.
Squeeze it gently. Whoa. This one we'll leave in. That can be parents. It's not. If you break it in half. Oh, there was that one part. Holy. What
See?
the hell?
See? I help.
It's true.
If you break it in half.
If you break that.
You didn't eat that piece?
I ate that piece. It was stuck. It was hot.
Oh, it's stuck.
Just crumb it back up. Crumb it up, guys. Get out of there. Yeah, the crumb is insane.
I need a little bit to try with my coffee.
Okay, I need this read, didn't I? I think it's okay. This is what you should not do, guys. Cut into warm cake. As it just kind of messes it up because it's still hot and steamy. So you might make it a little bit gooey, if you will. But I think we'll be okay. Spread that out. This one feels better though. One's a little bit taller. This guy, a touch taller. 1 cake each. Let's go. Let's do this.
Holy fuck. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you probably would. Diabetes. For sure. Diabetes. This crumb. Nuts. Like, you could easily sell these slices for like $3 each. Easily. That's what we gone and done today. We crumbed it right up. Like that layer of crumb. Holy.
Slice me off 2 pieces over here upstairs.
$3 to $5, right? Coffee shops are genius. Genius. So much money made at those places. All in all though, like this cake recipe, I need to try this with something else. Because just the cake looks so good. I don't know if I can cut through. This crumb says nope. He's just crumbing. He's living his best crumb life. Holy shit. Almost lost it. Weird ass lefty. This is what I get told. So the cake batter is pretty basic. It's like a sour cream cake. I I did use duck egg though.
It says sour cream cake.
It's a sour cream cake.
Smoked sour cream and pecans on top with caramel.
What is this guy even saying? Smoked sour cream with pecans.
Could be bleeding into my brain, but you know.
I think this guy's bleeding into his brain. Moist as hell, indeed. It's the last link there. Clone. Bon appetit recipe. I'm actually just gonna take a quick bathroom break and then we'll get into this. Sounds like you got a doggo visitor. Okay. Dirtbag.
Shoot.
What did you get into?
Let's go see. Let's go see. What does she have? What does she have?
Doggo. Doggo! What are you doing? Talking about the coffee cake. Yes. You like cake? Yes. No crumbs, just cake. Okay, we'll back it up a bit. Still warm? I feel like this is going to be really good with coffee. Sit.
I don't know about you guys, but waking up from a nap to coffee and cake, I don't know if I can go wrong.
Drizzle the rum on it. You guys are so sick. I love it. Like, you just always have to take it one step further, right? It's like, how can we make this more disgustingly delicious?
They wouldn't be your crew if they didn't do that.
Yeah. Rum confit. Just throw the word confit in there and you're good. Easy sell. Confit cake? Yeah, it makes it classy. I love it. It'd be so good with rum though. Little glazy glaze. Even just some rum in the cake batter itself. Insane. It's like crunchy, moist. Honestly, not overly sweet though, I have to say. I thought it would taste more sweet. It's not bad at all. Okay. We did it, guys. Just doing a little something, something. This is for today. I always used to play this for Sammy when we would cook brunch together on Sundays.
Oh.
Girl, I'm leaving you
don't need to work, don't worry.
Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see a big stone and I follow her. Yeah. Ooh, that's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Okay, I'm finding someone to raid for us. What? There's a cat kitten stream? Oh yeah, we're gonna go raid Matt. Mad King Matt. Risk of Rain 2. Hey guys. I'm gonna go raid one of my lovely mods. Have a good one indeed. I will be back tomorrow. Hi Posh, bye Posh. Yeah, she's crazy. Mad King Matt. Thanks so much guys for everything today. The resubs, the gifted subs, the donations, Pulsh, and all of the follows. Say bye. Hey! Holy. Never a dull moment.
Bye, everyone.
Love you
Have a good
guys. See you tomorrow. Let's go blow Matt up. Kate rate him hard. He won't even know. 28 of us? What the fuck, Twitch?
Homecoming Support Center. What were your duties there?
I don't know.
You don't know.
The whole point of this program is to help us.
How do you know that?
What we're seeking here is information.